more and more restrictions, you impose more and more restrictions, there will be less combinations or less arrangements as well. So this is the question. I'll solve this for you, and from next question onwards, you try to solve that, getting a hint from this how to solve this. Now
So
it's
I think I almost got the first one. Can I like try it for just 1 minute?
okay. Okay, you can try.
Thank you, sir.
What is your answer for the first question?
5 factorial, sir.
Five
Oh, no,
factor,
no, no, sorry, sir. It'll be, yes, sir, yeah, 5 factorial.
5 factorial. Yes,
Yes, sir.
that's right. Now, if you got the answer for the first one, I think the second one is straightforward. You can see here. First one, it is only En, and second one, it is En as well as Ne. So the second case, it will be always twice of the first case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you got this, or is it like,
So will it be like 2 into 5 factorial? Because, yeah, will it be that?
yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Sir, can you explain yours?
Okay. See, you have, how many letters are there? 6, right? So there are these 6 letters, and they have to be arranged, right? And but what do we have now is that E and N should always be together like this. That is, N is always next to E. So that means this should be always, this should always be like this. So that means now how to do that? I can close them in a box. I can treat them as one entity, that En is N is always together. Then how, what all are left now? You have P, C, I, and L. So now total how many entities you have to arrange? It is only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 things you have to arrange, and 5 out of 5 you have to arrange. So that will be P 5 5, or simply 5 factorial.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Understood the first part? Second part is that now this En can themselves, because there are two things there, this En themselves can arrange in 2 factorial ways. So the second part doesn't say that N will be always after E or E will be always after N. It says E and N can be together. So if they are together, they themselves can arrange in 2 factorial ways. So that 2 factorial into 5p 5 or 5 factorial. So that is 2 factorial into 5 factorial is 120. So that is 240. And the first one is 120. Okay. So I think now you can solve uh, other problems.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yes.
So it's the same question like arranging the letters, but the word is apple, like A or
Okay.
APPL.
We'll come to that when the things or the letters are repeated. We'll come to that. It's actually
Okay.
very simple, but I'll touch that topic, I mean, when it comes, right? So
Okay, sir.
let's, I mean, that will again increase the complexity. So we are going step by step. So let's solve the this question first, where it says how many different words can be formed with the letters of the word equation? EQUATION. So again, you can see there is no repetition. So that there are various conditions, cases. The words begin with E. Begin with E. That is the first part. Second part is the words begin with E and end with N. Begin with E and end with N. That is the second part. Third variation is the words begin and end with a consonant. Begin and end with a constant. Sorry, not constant, consonant. Yeah, try this. Yeah.
So even I have an answer.
Okay. Let her explain, then you can also explain your answer. Yeah, tell me. I think the
Yes,
first
sir.
and second part, everyone got, all of you got the first and second part, right? Both of you?
Yes.
Even Veer and Jimtesh. Okay. Now let's move to the third part. Yes, Ashvi, tell me.
So it begins with a consonant. So there are three options for that.
Okay, and what are they? Q
Q, T, and N.
and okay, good.
Then other than that, the letters can be, it can include the consonants as well. So then it goes 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, like that.
Okay. So how many are there in total? I think 8, right?
8.
If we apply the basic counting principle, so the first, can I say here you have 3 choices, and here, how many choices are here?
So there would be 7. Oh, acha, at the end.
This one, the last one.
Yeah, 2.
So now how many are used? 2 out of 8 are used, right? So
Yes.
here, what shall I start with? 6, 5,
Oh, okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. This is if I am doing it using fundamental counting principle. Yes, Vedamsh, what was your answer?
Yes, it's the same thing, but like in the first, like the first answer I told, I took O also as a consonant by mistake. So I took 4 and then 4 other. That's why I got the. That's why I got 12.
Okay.
So 4 into 3, 12 into 6 factorial.
Okay, no problem. So these are your consonants. So there you have, in the first place, if you use, that is the first place you are taking, then you have 3 choices there. And as you can see, in the second place you have, and the last place you have 2 choices. I think this is clear to everyone. The same
Yes.
question, that is the third one, the same question can be done in, I mean, without writing this, that is for the 2 places, that is first and last place. You need 2 out of 3, right? So that can be written as 3p2. And rest are what? Rest are 6
P6.
out of 6. So that will be what? That will be 6p6. So, and how are these connected? Using and. So that means these two have to be multiplied. So 3p2 into 6p6, that is 3 factorial by 1 factorial into 6 factorial, or just 6 factorial by 0 factorial. So that is, so this is 3 factorial into 6 factorial. You can see here you got the same thing. 3 into 2 is 3 factorial, and 6 factorial is 120. So that is 720. So both the ways you will get the same answer. I think others got this first and second part as well, right? So let's, if you have any doubt, ask me. Otherwise, let's move to the next question. Okay, and it seems, 1 minute, those cases where we don't have distinct objects, right? For example, I think Vedamsh has given us this, right? Apple, right? Okay, so if it is like this, suppose our question is taking all 5 at a time. There are 5 letters there. So that should have been 5 factorial. Any doubt in that? But the problem here is these 2p. So if suppose this is, if there is a difference between these p, like this, or now one is green p and another is blue p. So here I can say that these two are different, right? But here in this case, there is no such difference. The two p's are same. So if two p's are same, then are these two different different arrangements or same arrangements? They are same, right? So
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm using first p first and second p later, or second p first p later. Does it make any difference? If p's are different, it is different. But if p's are not different, it is same, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means due to this two p's, every such element, every such arrangement must have been counted twice. And if it is 3, suppose if it is 3p, that is a triple p le, that means now these 3p, suppose that is p1, p2 and p3, they can arrange in how many ways?
3 factorial ways.
That is actually 3 factorial ways or 6 ways. Or if there are n, then those n can arrange themselves in n factorial ways.
So we just had to subtract that from 5 factorial.
Subtract, divide.
Divide, sir.
Then what? See, it is double. So you have to half it. It is 6 times. So you have to divide by 6. Instead of 1 A triple P L E, you get 6.
Yes, sir.
So what to correct that? So it is getting multiplied, right? So in order to correct that, what you'll have to do? You'll have to divide it by that.
Sir, but won't it be like there are 6 repeating like outcomes because of the similar letter, and
Okay.
then so
Okay,
we
then
have to just
okay. What about this? Again, here you will get 6 combinations for this as well. I mean, 6 different arrangements for this. If it is this,
oh yeah, okay.
again you will get 6. So for every case, for every arrangement, there are 6 duplicates.
Okay, yes, sir.
So from every count, you have to subtract 6, or you can simply divide it by 6. So
Yes, sir.
what can I say now is, so out of n, if there are p duplicates, q duplicates, and r duplicates, then this, if there is only n can arrange in n factorial ways, that is npn, which is equals to n factorial. But if it is like this, you find the total divided by p factorial divided by q factorial divided by r factorial. These p, q, r are the number of occurrences of the identical elements or objects. So apple is a very small example in which you have only 2 duplicates. So total there are 5. So it will be 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, that is 60. But you will find some examples where there are many letters which are duplicates, or many objects which are duplicates. One very common example is this Mississippi. So Mississippi spelling is like this: MISSI, Missy, and again double SI, Mississippi, and again double PI. So if you see here, M is only once, I is, how many occurrences of I are there? 4. How many occurrences of S? 4. And how many occurrences of P? 2. So total there are 11 letters, and these are the duplicates. Obviously M is not duplicate, it has, its frequency is only 1, but others are getting repeated. So if they all are different, if first S, second S, third S, fourth S are different, all the P's are different, then its answer would have been 11 factorial. But because those are repeated, so we have to divide it by the factorial of number of their occurrences. Don't just by heart this formula, try to understand it, and if you have any problem in understanding, ask me, I'll try to explain it once again if you're not able to understand then. Is it clear? Shall I move to the next part of this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now in the same question, if we are asked in how many of these permutations 4 I's do not come together. 4 I's, there are 4 I's. So these 4 I's don't come together. They don't want to come together. So in how many ways we can do this? Again, it is very easy to do. First, you find those occurrences or those arrangements in which these I's are together. All the 4 I's are together. And then you subtract that from this total which you have got here. This, I think if you solve this, you will get some number. So let that be our permutation 1, and let this be permutation 2, not this permutation 2. So to find this, that is permutation, say permutation 2, we have to first think about permutation 3, which says all 4 I's together. So if we want all 4 I's together, we have 11. Out of 11, so 4 I's want to stay together. So what do? You pack them inside a box and tell them, okay, you are now one entity because you want to be together. So these 4 I's are together. Now how many are left? You have 7 more left, right? So there are 7 more left here. 3, 3, 6, and 1, 7. So now total you have 7 plus 1, 8 objects which you have to arrange. Is it clear? When I's have to stay together. So that will be actually 8 factorial. 8 objects can arrange themselves in 8 factorial ways. But there is a catch here. 4 I's are together, no problem. What about this? There are S which is repeated and there are P's which are repeated. So that must be divided by 4 factorial and 2 factorial. Not by this. I think you understood why. Because I's are anyways together. We are not counting them as 4 different objects. We have counted them as only one object. Right? So we have not included there a number of ways of arrangement of these I's. So no need to divide it by 4 factorial due to that. But this 4 factorial is due to S and this 2 factorial is due to P. Now these are those arrangements in which all the 4 I's are together. And these are the arrangements in which these are the total arrangements. So what will be P2? P2 will be P1 minus P3. So that's all. That's what you have to do here. Okay, so is it clear?
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, these are the different types of permutation and combination problems which you can see, where you will have to answer. I mean, you have things like where you have questions which can be solved just by using the fundamental principles of counting, or by using the formula of permutation, that is NPR. Simple cases where there are n different things, and out of that you have to arrange r different things. And when there are repeated things, which we have seen today. The next is combination. So that completes the permutation combination chapter. Next, what I'll do today is I'll send you a exercise questions to solve, which you can solve and practice. And if you have any doubt in that, you can let me know. Okay, now it's there will be a power cut now, so this meeting can end anytime. So just wait for my my worksheet, and go through that. Once you are done, let me know, and whenever you are done with that, you just send me your solutions, and you can just take a snap of that and you can send it on my WhatsApp. Don't send in the group, because that will simply spam the group. You send it to my number, and I'll just go through that, and I'll also send you the answers to verify your solutions. Is that fine?
yes. So
Okay then. So tomorrow I'll send some videos, and day after tomorrow we'll have the next class, and we'll
okay,
be
sir.
doing the ray optics in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.